Malawian boy.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl, Miss Rena L. General.
Yours truly, Lomwe.
Yo, this is Black Jet.
Evo Timothy. Farmer Michael.
What it do, what it does.
What up,
people? This was good.
You listening to or tuned into
The 5ROUNDZ podcast.
5 rounds.
5 Rounds.
5 rounds.
So yeah, make sure you stick it right here because it's lit.
Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome to 5ROUNDZ. I am One Tali, and I know I'm late, so that's the first thing I'm gonna do. Apologize that I'm late. There's two things I need to apologize for. Last week we were meant to go live, we didn't go live, but this week we're here. So sorry for being late, and sorry we didn't go live last week. But you guys know what to do when you're tuned in, man. If you like the content at the end of the video, just make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification button. Now that that's out the way, I've got something to announce. One of our founders of the podcast, my good mate, True City Fan, who is also in the comments, was diagnosed with cancer a few days ago, and he broke the news to me and his friends. And you know, we were quite sad about it, but as podcast followers of 5ROUNDZ, and because he was one of the founders, I thought I'd let you guys know. So wish him well. He's recovering, you know, he's doing very well, so wish him well. I thought I'd let you know, and then yeah, we can sort of start this in high spirits. So what we doing today? Boy, we've got a talented artist, man. We have AyCee, right? AyCee X, formerly known as AyCee James, or Miss China Love. Do you know what I mean? A versatile musician. Do you know what I mean? She blends rap and singing into her tracks, but backstage she told me she's a writer. So, boy, she's a writer. She can rap. She can sing. She's versatile and all these things. She's done collaborate. You know, like, people don't give this woman flowers. I think people need to give her flowers. She's done collaborations with Dr. Sid, MI. You know, she's been hanging out with some very famous Nigerians, man. You know what I mean? Crazy G recently, Rena, who's been on the show, Blackjack, who's also been on the show. She released an album called The Gemini, and she's got, you know, the second album coming out as well next week. We will get into that. So without further ado, right, she might correct me on this one, but I believe she is award nominated. Maybe she won one. Without further ado, let me bring in AyCee. What's going on, AyCee?
Hey.
Energy, bro. Energy. How you doing?
Oh gosh, I'm great. Thanks for having me here.
Nice one. We've got Obi Too Nice. We've got Obi Too Nice backstage as well, who was waving to say he's back. All right. So
What it do, what it does. Holla at your boy. you guys wanted to fry this up with AyCee without me? God damn it. What's up with you?
Oh man. Okay. Welcome, Obi, the man who made us late. Do you know what I mean?
I'm sorry, guys. I was busy listening to our freestyle on the one that she dropped the other time, and I think that thing is little.
It's lit.
Thank you.
Yeah. If you guys didn't hear it, come on. Did you hear that promo video we sent out? That was her freestyle, man.
That was on fire.
Much appreciated.
I had to buy new headphones after listening to that freestyle.
Okay, so let me just show some love to the comments right quick. You know, they're like, this is unprofessional. 7 minutes in. Okay, sorry. Gunjan, yes, we can read your messages. Welcome back. Gunjan served quite a long ban and he's back, so Gunjan better behave. 10 minutes late penalty. RB says, welcome, RB. Abby says, whoa, one Tali apologizing, can't believe this. Yukai watching from X. What's up, Yukai? What's going on? Let's see. Arby says, look, we love you, Patrick. You're a warrior. Kick that MF. And thanks, Arby. It's part of life. All right, cool. Let's carry on. First question, AyCee. All right. The name. Why did you choose this name? Because at first you were AyCee James, and then now AyCee X. Why did you choose the name?
You know, the thing is, I've always been AyCee X. I was never really AyCee James. What happened was when I had my first Facebook page, I was a big fan of Lil Wayne, so it was AyCee Carter. AyCee is Atupele Clara, which is my name. So it's like my initials, AyCee. But then because Facebook needed to have a last name on it, at first it was like Carter, and I had a family member questioning, like, why can't you use your father's name? Yada, yada, yada. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll put James. So I did. I put my dad's name there. And it was just at the same time I was releasing, what was it? It's the freestyle called the AyCee or something I did with Basic Mentality. This was in 2010.
The AyCee.
So, yeah. So I released that. And then because everyone was seeing it on Facebook as AyCee James, and they thought, oh, that's her name. But I was just AyCee. Like, yeah, so the X, as I said, the X is silent. It's just there for, you know, just a razzle dazzle thing, like
the salt. Yeah.
Manyongo.
May the X remain silent, pun intended. You know what I mean?
So yeah.
Okay.
That's how that was AyCee James. But then for like every social media page I have, it's AyCee X. Even from YouTube, Twitter, Facebook now, TikTok, everything. It's AyCee X. If you search AyCee X on Google, you'll find everything there.
Alright.
Also, is that AyCee James.
Okay. I thought there was something going on there, you know. Maybe secretly Mr. LeBron James or something, you know.
Yeah, or maybe your marriage name or maybe your marriage name is X, so that's why you changed from James. You know what I mean?
True City fan says, I thought she would rock up in the wedding dress. They mean this dress. Oh man. Oh, I knew someone was gonna ask about that. Okay. How did your music journey begin? So, you know, first of all, why did you choose to get into music, and how did this begin? So tell us this story, the story of AyCee, the birth.
The birth. Well, shoot, you know the funny thing, I was actually answering the same question at Apple Music with they were asking about my first musical memory. And it was me, I think I was 5 years old, and my dad had a keyboard from church, and he was teaching me how to play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. And from then I kind of got fascinated with that. And I thought, oh, like it's interesting. Music is interesting, having to come up with melodies and stuff like that. But then now, later on, years on, I used to like to imitate rappers. So I would listen to Eminem, I would listen to Lil Wayne or whoever, and I'll try to write my version of their song. Because I'd be like, okay, yeah, this is good, but I don't really relate to it as much because of, I just didn't at the time. I was probably like 14, 15. I didn't relate. So I'd like to just rap the same thing, but in my own version. So like even things like T-Pain, Lil Wayne, like Got Money, and I'll do one just called No Money and just write it up like that, and just for the fun of it, not really for anyone else to hear, but just for my own entertainment. And then from then, there was this Facebook page, which is now called Mikozi. There used to be Malawi freestyle page. So I used to go there and just like drop 16 bars, just like battle out with people and stuff like that. And I would love doing that most of the times. They used to call me the queen of freestyle then. So then they were like, oh, there's one guy, I think it was Ken Guns, was like, oh, let's do a mixtape out of this whole page. And I think I was the only female. Yeah, I was the only female on the mixtape as well. Because it was like, oh, let's just pick up, let's do a competition and just get people to do a freestyle and like sort of freestyles and also do some sort of mixtape. So yeah, that was my first radio play at 101. From that stuff that I did with Basic. From then I was like, okay, let's give it a go. Let's try to find a proper studio where I can record stuff. And yeah, so from then started writing more, recording more, and did my first
Yeah.
mixtape. And that was 2011, I think. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. But
Jeez.
that's how that started. It started from Facebook. It started online. Literally.
And are there any
Right.
artists? Are there any artists in that group that you can name that you battled that are like big artists today?
No, actually.
What?
No, there's no one that continued to rap like that. Because let's see, the people I remember from that page are people like this David Capezzi. He didn't continue rap, but he's in the music industry and well entertainment sort of, yeah. Ken Guns, obviously he wasn't rapping there, but he was just a very active member there. And the page, as I said, it got changed. I think it got bought by Mikosi, which is yeah. So they just kind of carried on the page and changed the name.
I see.
But because there weren't many people rapping like that, like writing like that. The people that were did not really go in to make it like commercialize it.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to say there's something when she's mentioned me for me to know that there's AyCee, right? It was because of Ken Guns, and that's why I said big up to Ken Guns because like 100%. And I'm gonna like it's the same when one time he said, "Oh, we got AyCee." I was like, "Oh, really? You have?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah." And I said, "The only way I knew about you, now we've been doing this for a long time, as you say there, is through Ken Guns because I know Ken Guns, and he sent me a link of that freestyle."
Yeah.
And I was like, oh.
So this is back then. This is back then when you could read a freestyle and just think of it in your own way, and you're like, "Did you see what she wrote here?"
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. No, but serious bars on that. Serious bars on that. Personally, look, I'm not blowing your head there, but to me, it was like, this is like an African Nicki Minaj we have right here, cuz the way the bars were flowing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know that's pretty nice.
Okay. Jeez. So look, was like back in 2011, 2010, you released a mixtape called Explore My Safari?
Yes.
Was the AyCee your first song, and was it on that mixtape? And how did it? 3 questions. How did the mixtape come around? Was the AyCee your first song? And how did you come up with that? Explore My Safari.
So Explore My Safari. So yeah, the AyCee was my first song.
Okay.
It was the first time I went in the studio and recorded something, like put it on the beat and stuff. Because before it was just me writing. The mixtape, the AyCee's in the mixtape. And the funny thing about the mixtape was I was, as I said, I like to experiment. With the Nicki Minaj's what was it? There was a lot of stuff like by Nicki Minaj, and I would write to it, and those are the things that were in there. There was like Nicki Minaj beats, Drake beats, and just other stuff in there. But the name Explore My Safari came about because of I was doing IT, and it was really about Internet Explorer versus Safari. Like it was just one of those, like, you know what? Explore my Safari. That sounds interesting. I mean, Safari, it can mean like, I'm African, get to know me kind of thing. Yeah, so Explore My Safari. That's what that was. That's how I came about with that name.
Okay. Do you know what? I actually did see that in one of the interviews you did. You were studying IT, and in one of the other articles I saw, one of the 10 things that we should know about you is you like to code. So you said you were doing IT. Is it that you stopped doing IT or what? You know what I mean? Because women in tech, there's not many of them.
No, it's not like I stopped. I later on started working, and I wasn't okay. Then I would say I was studying IT. So I would say I still do IT, as in still my day-to-day life kind of thing. Even when I was working, I still had to do IT related things. But yeah, I'm still in tech.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah,
interesting. The guys in the comments as well. If you want to ask a question, please ask a question. I'll pick the question at the right moment, and we'll ask it to AyCee. Go on, Ovi. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to ask. As you say, you are still in tech, right? And you're doing music, right?
Yeah.
As you said in the review, so my simple question here, I would just put, what do you prioritize? Is it the music or is it your IT tech? If I just want to know. For my person that
Yeah.
is a musician,
Okay.
what would you prioritize to say that, okay, this is me. This is what I want. Okay,
Ooh.
if you had to sit today and say, for example, say, I
Mhm.
want people to know me for this. Would you want people to know you for your tech side, or you want people to know you for your musical side? I'm just
The thing is,
curious.
I can't really pick one or the other because
Hmm.
they're all in a way a part of me.
Okay.
Because even like with music, gosh, I can't really pick. Um, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yes.
But
Mm.
to be fair, when I was in Malawi, I was really more focused on work than I was on music. I would
Cool. Cool.
still
Cool. Cool.
release a song like on my birthday or something, but it wasn't really as much. Because even like the freestyle that you probably that the one that they used in the promo, that one
Mm.
was done after I'd stopped working
Okay. All
or I
right.
was working. So it was like because I don't like to get them to clash, but at the same time they're all part of me. I can't pick
Okay.
one, but I would say I'll put family first.
Hey, that's
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
Big up to
That's
them.
So
All right.
whatever's
family
gonna
first.
help me
Mm.
put my family first, whether it's the
Yeah.
work or whether it's the music, I'm gonna pick that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Family first,
All
man.
right.
Family
Okay.
first.
Mm.
No, family first
Actually,
with.
very important question, and I can't believe I didn't put this in your intro. What are your origins?
Oh,
Where are you from?
I am from Malawi, born
Hmm.
in Kota Kota.
Mm.
Hey,
Yes,
that's
Are
it.
you fully
proper.
born and bred Malawi and both
Ah,
parents and everything?
this,
Yeah.
this guy is
Yeah,
asking.
both my parents are Malawian. Yes.
This guy is asking
Okay.
tribe background and everything. True City fan, you asked for wedding dress, now origins, now tribe background. What's
What are you
going
trying to
on,
get
bro?
at?
What is going on? Huh?
The funny thing is when people ask me where I'm from was in Kuti, oh, what tribe are you? I'm a mixture. I'm like from Karonga and Zomba and Kota Kota and I'm just a mixture. I'm Lomwe, Ngonde, Yao.
That's a lot of mixtures, man. You
It
That's a
is,
understand?
lot of
yeah.
mixes. How does that? I mean, how does that even
So
happen?
that's why
You
when
know.
someone asks, I just say, oh, I'm Malawian. That's it. I just end it there.
Mm.
Yeah.
Because for me to now go deep into it, it's like, oh, I might
So
not be from Karonga, but I do speak Chinkonde. I understand Chitumbuka, even though I'm not really
Mm.
Tumbuka, one of those. So
Oh, so
True
you
yeah,
City fans. So you
I'm
heard that?
understand the languages, like all the languages.
yes.
Gee.
Well, not all of them, but
Can
the
you
northern side languages and stuff.
can you speak so as well? Yeah, I'd assume
Not
so.
so well, not so well.
Hey,
Oh,
understanding
Mm.
all
is
I can say is y'all can't gossip about me in those languages. I will hear it.
that's good, man. That's okay. True City fan says he's from Kotokota as well.
Ah,
Congratulations, True City fan. Um,
nice.
so your first live interview was with BBC One Extra. Again, correct me if
Yeah.
I'm wrong. With DJ Edu. Do you know what I mean? When I keep saying people need to give you flowers, like, and this is 2012. Which Malawian artist was doing interviews with BBC in 2012? Do you know what I mean? Um,
Mm.
you know, you how did this experience shape your career, and what did you discuss during this Christmas special? So you know, how did it shape your career, and what did you discuss?
Now, when I got to go to BBC One Extra, I think that was like December, yeah. But then he had started playing China Love in March,
Mm,
so he had been playing that for a while.
mm,
Now, yes, you're right. Not a lot of Malawians were on that station at the time because
Mm.
I actually did. Then when I got to meet him, the first time I met him, I asked him, "How did you find China Love?" Because I never sent it to him. I didn't
mm,
even know that there was a whole African show on BBC that plays that kind of music. And he says, "Oh, I was thinking to myself, I've never played music from Malawi, so I went on Google and I searched Malawi music." Which gave him the website malawimusic.com. And he goes to the charts, and at the time, China Love was number one, and number two was Zipepese or something. Yeah, Young
mm,
K at the time. Yeah.
mm,
Mm.
And he was like, oh, number one, okay, let me download that. He downloaded it, listened to it, and he was like, oh, I'm gonna play this.
mm,
And that's how I got that airplay because he liked it from there. I remember getting calls and stuff from people like, "Hey, I heard your music on BBC and stuff," and I was just like, "What? I didn't send it," but hey, okay, it's all good.
Yo. Damn,
So
man.
So,
yeah, that's how I got that. Later on, I did get to meet him. I think it was around August when we did agree that, oh, I should go back to London for an interview, the Christmas special. Now, the Christmas special had a few other artists. I think it was like two artists, but then at the time I think there was Zimbabwean artists that I hadn't heard of then as well. It wasn't really much of a. There was, so it was like an interview of different, like, three artists all at once with DJ, so we'll take turns in answering questions and stuff and listening to music. It was more of a Christmas party kind of vibe, not just a specific interview, like just getting to know one artist and stuff. So it was just a vibe of, oh, okay, tell us what kind of music you're into, or that kind of thing. To just the basic light things. But it was nice to be there in the BBC studios because they had just moved. It was like a new studio and everyone was excited. But yeah, it was nice to have gone there and done all that. It was a great experience.
See,
Yeah.
While we're still on that BBC, just quick question, right? You know, once you had that opportunity to be there, right?
Yeah.
Would you have, like, is this, any? Did it contribute, the exposure of that? Did it contribute anything to your music career? I mean, did it bring any opportunities or any new people coming out to you and say, well, what's up, kind of way?
Yes, it did. But at the time it was like the time I had that interview with BBC, I had already gotten, like, the song had already gotten I want to say out of hand, because it really was a simple thing that when I did it the first time, right? Like, oh, okay, I'm releasing this song on Valentine's Day, yada yada, and let's see how it goes. Next thing, as I said, I was just getting phone calls like, oh, I heard your song here and there. By the time it was December, I still hadn't had a proper, like, video out and stuff like that. There's other artists that did approach me, but I felt like I wasn't ready to start working with them yet, because they're mostly in Malawi, and for me to now have to do the collaborations like that. It was then later on that after I went to Malawi, I thought, okay, maybe I can now start doing this. But there was that balance of IT and music. Yes.
Okay.
So yeah.
That's a hard one.
Yes.
Absolutely. Actually, you touched on Zipepese. And
That's it.
you touched on China
Okay,
Love.
good.
I think two songs that really, really kickstarted your career, I think, in my opinion. China Love, yeah. For those who haven't listened to it, a song that talks about, that sort of has AyCee saying she wants authentic love. She, because in Malawi, when something's fake, we call it China. Yeah. So she didn't want China love, she wanted the authentic love. So the message in that song is quite strong, and the song at the time was viral. This is when Afrobeats was just taking off, and this song was, boy, it was, you heard it everywhere, to be honest. And then there was Zipepese, which I think really signaled the arrival of female rappers in Malawi, right? So before this, there weren't a lot of female rappers, but then Zipepese dropped, and it had AyCee in there, it had Rina in there, and it was a song, originally done by a guy named Hyphen, who was on the podcast before, in my opinion, one of the greatest lyricists in Malawi, in my opinion. But he stepped off that song and gave the remix to the ladies. Like how Busta did Touch It and just let the ladies do their thing. He did the same thing. And that was, for me, it was iconic to see that and to see women do that. How did that come about? Did you guys just put your verses and send it to him, or what? Well, because when I heard it, I was like, yo, the first one was dope, but the second one, damn, you know what I mean? So
yeah, for Zipepese, when I heard it, I loved it. And as I said, you know how I always write my version of a song. So I wrote my verse and I sent to Hyphen. I said, yo, or at the time, Young K, I was like, yo, if there's going to be a remix, I want to be on it. He's like, oh, okay. Let's see what we can do. And then next thing, I think it was a week later, he called me like, "Yo, send your verse," and I did. I recorded it, sent it to him. I got to hear everyone else's verse at the end, like when the whole thing was done. And I know that I remember listening to Rena's verse, and I loved her verse. By the time I didn't know what FMB was. I didn't know it was a bank, and I remember going, "Oh, FMB." I'm like, "Okay, where's that though? Is that a club?" Because I wasn't familiar with the Malawian, like the culture then.
The lingo,
Because I'd been here for so long, I wasn't so familiar with that. So yeah, but it was really dope. And when I got to Malawi and even at different shows, getting to perform that as well, that was interesting because I got to have fun on it. Compared to like China Love, where yes, I did sort of rap, it was all like themed, but then with that one, it's like I can do whatever I can. Yeah, I can do whatever I want on it.
That's right.
That
It
was
was
fun.
more. It was more of a show what you can do sort of song, wasn't it?
Yes.
So
Yes.
yeah, no, it was very good. Honestly, you guys really represented females in music very well. Let alone rappers, man. Honestly,
It was a hit, Baba. It was a hit, Baba. It was a hit, Baba.
Cornelius Patel says, "Can you feature Ovi on his new single Waguzomba?" Ovi, you got a song, do you?
No, you know, I try to make music, but I ain't good at it. So I just turn around when I want to make music. I just make fun of it. You know what I mean? Because I know I'm not good enough. But look, if I can get a feature like you there, no problem. I think my name will be going levels. Hey, big up Cornelius for having my back right there. You know yourself.
Big up Cornelius, man. Gunjan says, "How does a rapper become a grown-up in terms of growing in the industry? How do you feel growth within the industry?" That's an interesting question, but I thought I'd pose it to you.
I think the thing with growth is it depends on where you're trying to head to. If you have a certain goal, if you're able to get at least halfway there, you can see that you're growing in that, like, towards that direction. If your goal is to get, I don't know, plenty of fans and like, I don't know, 100,000 fans, and you get 50,000, you're like, okay, there's some growth in your art and your work. But if your goal is different, and when it comes, maybe it's making money in the industry, or for me, I really just enjoy the writing. If I can, for me to say, I've gotten the growth that I need in the industry, I would say I've written for more people. So it's the people that I would say I've worked with that I can say, oh, I've gotten some growth. Because for me, it's just spreading the message that I've been trying to write or trying to share.
Okay. Are you willing? Are you willing to share who you wrote for?
Yeah. Well.
Okay.
Fire it up.
And I wrote for Jesse Jags.
Okay, the Nigerian artist.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was that was the biggest one that I did.
That's the sweet album. You know while we're on that topic, right? You're saying you wrote for Jesse Jax, that's a Nigerian guy, right? I just want to touch on your networks and collaborations, right?
Yeah.
Which you've collaborated with certain stars from Nigeria, right?
Yes.
One of them is a big example, big name, Ice Prince. Now,
correction, I haven't collaborated with Ice Prince.
Was it not?
She took a picture with Ice Prince, not collaboration.
Was it no?
It wasn't a collaboration.
Okay. Okay, no. Listen,
but I got to meet him and the rest of Chocolate City.
Okay.
Come on. I mean, at the time, if you met MI, you pretty much met Chocolate City, isn't it? So.
Well, I met MI, I met Jesse, Ice Prince, Brimo. Okay, basically there was a thing called the New World Nigeria in London that was taking place. So it had all the big Nigerian artists that were coming into London, and because I was living here and I was meant to meet up with MI to talk about getting signed. At the time, they said Loopy Records, but later on, I found out it was actually for Chocolate City. So I was meant to, meet up with them because Audu, who was the CEO of Chocolate City at the time, they're all coming to London. I got there and I got to meet even more people because there were people like what I met Two-Face, Tiwa Savage, One Day Cole.
How? Listen, how?
Because
Wait.
Can I
Wait.
how?
I want to hear the rest of the story. Carry on.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
So yeah, what they did, which I would have loved if I mean, it was a good way of promoting their art, right? Because it was Nigeria, and they were bringing actors, actresses, singers, all different kinds of musicians, people that were like, how could I put it? It was just any form of art that they have in Nigeria. So they'll showcase it throughout the whole week. So during the day, they would have like dramas or showcase a movie, and in the evening they'll have a show with whichever artist is there for that night. So it was going on for 2 weeks. So every night had about 2 artists at a time. So when I went there, because after that you all get to socialize. So I went there as an artist for Chocolate City because that's who I was sort of under at the time. That's when I got to meet everyone.
You have a very good connection. I can't even take a picture of Nkasa. Like, what's the story here, man? You know what I mean, man? I didn't take a picture of the Ice Prince and am I? Come on, like what's yourself, like I can't even get gift from Mulani, not even Papa. I can't even take a picture. Like some people are just like, I'm in the wrong business.
What the hell, man? What the hell? How before I jump into, because I think there's a question from Molly. Before we get into that question, actually, Molly, if you're watching, can I keep your question to the end, because I'll take a note of that, because I want to know too. So, MI, how did you meet? How did all of a sudden, because MI was big. I don't know about now, but he was big in Nigeria, like one of the biggest artists in Nigeria at the time.
He's actually. I would say he still is in a way. He's okay. He's a very respected artist. He was really big. Yes. Now he's the CEO of Chocolate City now. He doesn't have to rap, but he still does because, well, it's him. Getting to know MI, I was sent his music in 2011, and I was just like, oh, who's this person? Okay, this is pretty dope. Sounds good, because he was quite articulate with his words. He didn't use too much of Nigerian slang. So I got to hear what he was saying. So when he put the slang in, I'd be like, oh, okay, so that's what that means. And I got to learn more of their culture through that. And he really commercialized hip hop in Nigeria.
He did.
By the time I got to listen to his album now, because this was, I think, when MI2 the movie just came out, and no, like 2 years after it came out. So I was listening to his album, and I thought, you know what? One day I need him to listen to my stuff too. So I'd send him like a link to my music, and be like, oh yeah, I'll have a listen. And I knew he hadn't, so I'll still send, like, just randomly send. And then one day,
stalking.
Listen, I was just like, listen, when you just have a link and you just send it to everybody, like whoever's gonna listen will listen. And I remember one time, I think I did on Twitter, and he did say, okay, I'll have a listen. I was like, cool. His brother, so he has 2 brothers, Jesse Jags and Jason. Now Jason would follow me, and he would also read my tweets. And one time when I was releasing China Love, I sent the audio to MI, like, oh, I'm releasing this. I also sent it to Jason, like, oh, this is what I'm going to be releasing. Oh, cool, kind of thing. And that's where it ended. After Valentine's Day, the song comes out, and his brother sends MI the song, like, yo, have you listened to this though? And MI's like, what do you mean? And he listens to this, like, oh my God, this is really good. So then MI tweets about it. And after that, it was just like, shit. Oh, so he did listen now. Like, he's actually listening.
My God.
So then he comes back to me like, can you send me that other link of your mixtape that you were talking about, so that I can now. I was like, oh, so you hadn't listened, huh? Anyway, so he got to listening to that. And I remember his brother Jesse Jacks also got the song, got China Love as well, and he said this is cheesy. He didn't like it. Jesse Jacks hated that song, and I was like,
Mm,
I was so offended. I was so
mm,
offended that I wrote a song and I sent it to him. I said, "Is this cheesy too?" When I
mm.
sent him those lyrics, it was later on, about 12 hours later, he sent me the mastered version of the lyrics that I sent, as in he recorded the song. And that's
Oh
how I
wow,
got to write for Jesse Jacks. And the
wow.
song ended up on his album. So that's what happened. But yeah, it's really Twitter that got me to get to know them. So that's happening at the same time. Dr. Sid also got to listen to it, and that's when he asked me, "Oh, so like what's up with the song?" I said, "Oh, I'm looking for a Nigerian remix." That's
Mm,
what I said to him. Is then I said, "Do you know anyone that could do this?" And he
mm,
said, "Oh, let me get back to you." Like, okay, cool. So at this time they were transitioning from Mo Hits to Maven Records.
mm,
Mm.
So they had this website, the Maven, like it was like a social platform in a way. People would go there and upload their music and stuff like that. So that's where I uploaded China Love and sent him the link from
mm,
Maven Records, not the
mm.
normal China Love link. But yeah, a month later he sends me an email and it's him on the verse. And I was just shocked because
Yo.
I was not expecting it to be him. I was,
Mm.
yeah, I thought he was gonna get someone else, like I don't know, like an upcoming artist from
So,
Nigeria or something.
so
But no.
some Jack and John off the streets say, look, put a verse in this.
Pick up Dr.
Yeah,
Sid, man.
yeah. So yeah, as I said, that's basically how I got to know these people. And as they went on, because other artists would now see them interacting with me and they'll follow me. So I,
Mm.
I still have people like that people that follow me, people like the Tiwa Savage and the Don Jazzy and the likes, they follow me because they have seen my interactions with MI. And people will always be like, "Oh, okay, why is MI talking to her?" That kind of thing.
Do you
And
have Tiwa Savage's WhatsApp? Just I'm asking for a
no,
friend.
no, I don't.
Uh,
No,
I'm
I
asking
don't.
for a
I'm
friend.
asking for a friend.
I'm asking for a friend.
Lord Jesus.
Okay. Wow. Let's see. Wow, there's somebody who asked something. Moving forward, yeah. Okay, so Ndaya Moyo says, "Look, moving forward, do you think you would reach out to Chocolate City? Don't know what it's called now to do work, or have you like a new, what? Or you have a new label you would be interested in to work with? So, do you feel like you can reach out to Chocolate City and say, 'Yo, jump on the album'? You know."
Um, I don't know if I feel like going back to Chocolate City would sort of be like going back in my career in a way. As much as there's one artist I'd like to work with in Chocolate City,
Mm,
Young John, sort of like the new generation of Chocolate City
mm,
that I'd definitely like to work with. But I feel like I went past the stage where I was supposed to work with them then.
right.
If it's to getting signed to somewhere, I feel like I wouldn't get the freedom that I have now.
Yeah.
Um, I enjoy writing at my own pace and just
Mm.
yeah, going with the flow when it comes to that. I don't like to have to be forced to write because then it's not really coming from within. Because every time I write something, it has to be deep. As much as I'll put the puns in, it's because when you're going through some trauma and you put in a joke,
Mm,
that's what it
mm.
is for me when it comes to writing music. I just sort of make put a little humor in it. I feel like when it comes to getting signed, there's going to be so many restrictions.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
But I mean, of course, I'm still in contact with people like MI and the likes. But yeah.
Okay. Big up, MI. We're 5 Rounds podcast. Hope you're watching. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course. Be looking for a feature
and, and
myself. Hello.
and and also please like the video. Thank you. Okay. Guys, next. So the next question. Yeah, you released
Mhm.
an EP called Gemini, right?
Yeah.
Which also reads Gem in I, because when I saw it, I thought this is creative. Gemini. I assumed you are a Gemini.
Oh yes.
Because
Yes,
of
I
what?
am.
Yeah, because it would be weird if you wore that and you weren't. But yeah, so you know what? Let me show you what we're talking about here. So here's the new album cover, right? So the Gemini, right? And I like the logo.
Artwork. I think the artwork is on point, man.
Yeah, I like it.
Thank you.
One more
That
time.
is on point.
Oh,
One more
Yeah.
game. One more
so
game.
you know what I like
Let's-
about the
let's-
artwork? I don't know if you can see at
Yeah,
the
go on.
bottom there,
Yeah.
at the bottom right there, because it's
There's
the
your name.
N
There's the
I. No, there's the Gemini symbol right
And
there.
then
But
yeah.
it also
Oh.
means two as well because it's the second,
And
the
it's-
Gemini.
and it's shaped like a gem. You see, this is
Yes.
why I thought
Yes.
this
Yes.
is
Oh,
quite,
I see. Like, yeah, all right. Yeah, inside the glasses, like, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
So yeah, so
Let me holler. Let me ask. Let me just like who big it up to whoever who made the artwork if you don't mind asking.
This was done by Hands On Illustrations.
whoa. Big up hands on illustration.
Hands on it.
The man who designed everything to do with our logos and the merch, hands on illustrations, man. Big up.
Yeah.
Mhm. Okay.
Mm.
Well done. He really
He's the one that usually does most of my work.
yeah,
Yeah.
he did a great job with this one. This was quite
Mm.
creative. Was it
Yeah.
his idea to come up with a gem and all of that?
Well, I told him that I wanted it to be okay. There's the first design. I don't know if you have the first
No.
design.
I don't know. What you
No.
the one? Okay, let me look it up. I'll bring it up in a minute. But go on.
Okay.
Sorry.
There's so there's
Yeah.
the first design. I told him I wanted
Mhm.
something similar, but this time I sort of wanted it to. I wanted the colorfulness and the drip.
Mm.
So I said,
Mhm.
is there a way that you can find you can make the image sort of drip so you can just figure it out. That's what I usually say to him. You know
want
what
some
to do,
drip
just
stuff
figure
like
it
that.
out. Yes.
Like yeah. You wanted to bring that like
So I really
something like
wanted
that.
the color like to sort of drip off. Like I don't know if you can see this on my thing.
Yeah,
I
man.
wanted that.
Oh, you got tissue too? God damn it!
Yeah, that's so.
Yeah, man. I already asked for the merch, but it's not ready yet. It's not ready yet.
Yeah, we
It'll
want
be
the
ready.
merch.
It'll
Like
be ready
we've been looking for that.
by
We need
Valentine's
that.
Day. It's gonna be ready by Valentine's Day.
By Valentine's Day, I suppose
so
there's
you see-
there's another. I say there's another hit coming on this Valentine's.
Actually,
this-
it's the album.
Woohoo! Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's a hit coming. There's a very big one.
So this is the first design, right?
Yes.
That's
So
it.
the first design, I wanted him to clarify that it's actually the gem in I, like the gem
Yes.
inside me. Yes.
Yeah.
So that's why the in had to be a different color and stuff. And I'm
Okay.
sitting on a gem
Okay.
because
so
I've
all
been
right.
sitting on my talent.
Hold on, Ovi.
Yeah.
I've been sitting on my talent for a while.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm just actually figuring this out, you know, as well. Like when you showed me this first design,
Uh-huh.
but I listened to this song when I was listening to it. That's with you and Crazy G. It's called What If, right?
Yes.
That's when this was. Now this, how long was that? I just want to know the period when, because when I listened to that song.
2021.
Okay, yeah, because I was just thinking that song I listened to it was about 2 years ago. That's what I was just thinking. And this new design, is it done recently?
Yeah, the new design is for this album that's coming out
The new
this
one.
Tuesday.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right, yeah. So it's just okay. It's just all right now. I just wanted to be sure because I
So
know that one there that
yeah,
you
the
showed
other
me.
one. That one is for 2021, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Actually, most importantly, the Gemini 2 is coming out on the 14th of February.
Yeah.
2024.
14th on Valentine's Day. So when
Once
you're doing
again.
the tiki. No, I just want to say when people are doing that Valentine tiki, they can play music on.
Why are you entering people's kabudula? What's wrong with you?
No, I'm just trying to say, you know, what's up, you know, when it's Valentine's, you know.
Molly asked a question. Molly said, "Where can we get these T-shirts and how much are they?"
Cody, you missed the part. Cody, he said Cody.
And if I know if it's the same Molly, she wants to know.
Yeah, but you should emphasize. She said Cody. It means that she's on a serious note there. When she said Cody,
Cody.
Where? Because when you just say where, it's like it's a soft. She's just trying to find out. But the moment you put Cody, it means that this one is speaking out of from the bottom of the heart with anger, saying that Cody, where am I going to get this stuff? You know what I mean?
Don't provoke me to hunger.
Okay, so they'll be found. Okay, so I'm gonna put up a link on my Facebook page, which will have the catalog. So whether you're in the UK, you can order it from there, or if you're in Malawi, you can also order from the same link. So yeah.
Are we the same in Ireland here? Can we do the same way? Because you emphasize about the you.
Where, bro? Where you
in
at?
Ireland? In Ireland?
In Ireland.
In Ireland?
I'll make a plan. I'll make a plan for that.
Yeah, because
that's what
I want to do.
Yeah.
Because of his Cody reference, I about Chichewa and one of it.
Cornell, Cornell, I'm gonna destroy this guy later on. Don't worry about it. But about Ireland, let's emphasize, make a plan for us too.
We'll do.
Definitely
do that.
Because it'll be nice. It'll be nice one time I'm rocking your stuff, go somewhere and people are like, what's this? You're like, oh, this is this girl from my country, she raps, so here's our YouTube. That's how her name gets everywhere, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Make sure you get True City Fan one as well, because he's a Gemini, so definitely it suits him, and he says he wants it. So get in touch, True City Fan. Get in touch with AyCee. She's currently in the UK, so I'm sure she will be getting stock to Ireland for guys that are in Ireland. So this album, The Gem in I, right? The concept is what I want to know, because it's very creative. So I want to know how you thought of the concept of it and what the album is about and what people should expect, so
the album, it's really an album filled with love songs. Ooh. It's got any love song, I guess, any situation you can think of from the beginning to the end of a relationship, whether you just met someone new, or you're about to get hitched, or things are not going well in the relationship, or you just got dumped, or you just dumped someone. So it's all there. There's a song for everyone, but there's also one for self-love, just for yourself.
Oh,
Valentine is coming.
Where is your girlfriend? Lonely.
Yeah, doing me alone. Yeah, living lonely.
Okay, cool. So 14th of February, The Gem in I 2. Guys, is it going to be out on all streams?
It actually, it is. It is I think all the streaming websites, Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube Music. I put it up in Audio Mac as well, just for those that do have Audio Mac. Let's see. Oh, one thing I didn't mention about the album, it's actually a story. So when you start listening to it from the beginning, it has the intro, of course, and then you sort of ease into it, as in when you do actually meet someone, and then things start going funny, and then so it's sort of like a story, as much as it's not really one full story, because it was written different times. Instead of writing this, there's some stuff that I did like maybe 3 years ago that I just sort of kept, but I nicely just placed it as one full story, because as I said, I'm a storyteller, I'm a writer. I have to show you that I am.
That's what's up. Me too. I can write a lot of stories.
True City Fan says, "Can I get a signed T-shirt and an album copy when I buy?" Jeez.
Yeah, True City Fan. True City Fan is like me. We're here in Ireland, so we need to know these things. Because if we're getting stuff, we want to get the full whack. You know what I mean? You want to get the full whack. Like, there's no point just getting the T-shirt, or rather a T-shirt with the signature a little bit, and then we buy with the album as well. You know what I mean? That way, we're supporting, but as well, with something we're gonna have there. We're gonna I got this. Listen, you could be one day with Drake in a song, so we're gonna be I got a T-shirt signed by her. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that. I'll make arrangements for the physical version of, like, a physical copy version of the album. Because for now it's only gonna be digitally found.
Okay.
Yeah. But then, yeah, I think for the people that are buying the t-shirts, you could always do that.
If you can, yeah, put a
that there.
signature on the back or something, you know, be nice.
Yeah. Okay.
Because
Yeah.
like me, all my personal t-shirts, I always sign them before I give them to people.
Boss, this is not your interview. Relax.
I'm only messing.
You're just
No, I had to get a little bit, you know, a little like a little bit of a break. You know what I mean? Before we fire her with more questions.
Shit, I'm saying.
all right.
Go on, yeah.
So, having performed abroad, so UK, and performed in Malawi, can you see a difference between the two? And also when it comes to delivering your music and also delivering your performances? Is there something you've seen you think, do you know what? There's a difference, and is the energy different? What's it like?
Okay, when it comes to performances, I haven't actually performed here in the UK like that.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not a fan of shows. I'm not.
Why?
I don't.
Why?
So are you trying to tell me this
Because
is
there are
like?
too many people in there.
Can I ask you something? Quick question,
Yeah,
real quick,
go on.
real quick question, real quick.
Wait,
So
no.
if we,
Did you hear what she said though?
yeah, she says she's not a fan of. Okay, what's the point of you doing music? Because I was gonna ask this.
Hold on a minute. You didn't hear what she said. You know,
She says
gave you
there's
reason.
a lot
She
of
said
people.
why. She does exactly.
A lot of people. That's why I was gonna.
A newsflash. You're a rapper. You're going to rap to a lot of people. Like,
What? Okay, when you're singing China Love, who do you think was gonna listen to? Your family only, or what was your end goal when you were singing China Love? Who do you think is gonna listen to? Just your cousins, or
I was hoping that the people that will listen to are people that can relate to it, and that's it. Basi, that was
yeah, but
I'm giving them a
as a
song to relate to. End of story. I
but
don't have
as
to
a
now go
rapper,
and sing it for them.
look,
You have it.
as
Like,
a
why do you
rapper,
want me there?
as
oh my gosh.
an entertainer, as a rapper, your job right now is you're an entertainer.
This is why I
So
say I'm a writer.
yeah, but
I'm a writer
okay,
that can sing and rap. Okay?
okay.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, yeah, as you say, you don't like crowds. If somebody had to say, okay, they're putting up a show and they want you to come in and you got to do your songs, what would you say? What would be your answer? Just out of curiosity, I just want to know.
I should go and do my songs.
Yeah, no. So they said, okay, there's a show right now. So okay, AyCee
If
X.
somebody books you for a show, are you bookable for a show? We know you don't like
Yeah.
crowds, but
Are you bookable for a show? If they said, all right, you got to come here and you're going to perform. Listen, whether you're not the main event, but you're going to perform your section, you're going to have, let's say, your 20 to 40 minutes, you know what I mean, of your songs, or you know what I mean? No, I'm not. 40 minutes, I know it's too much. I'm just giving an example. So let's say even 15 to 20 minutes that you're going to have your section, you're going to give us 2 or 3 songs of yours, you want you to perform, we're going to book you. What would you say to that?
I would say I'm busy.
No,
I don't think
no,
I'm gonna come up with an excuse. Listen, do you know I've been keeping this up in Malawi for the longest. I have been avoiding shows. Listen,
so you're like,
but
do you know the crowds give me anxiety? Like it's so tricky with like of course
yeah,
I've done shows. Like the last one I properly did was the launch of the baby gin, the baby spirits, the baby gin, the baby brandy stuff. Yeah, so I got to perform with the Malawi spirits that launch in Lilongwe. What I hated was okay, I got there, yes, I performed, I hated it, as in I hated going up now on stage and seeing people's faces and doing all this, but then they asked if I could do it again because like I just like someone from Castell just came and said, oh sorry, the directors were wondering if you're okay to like repeat your set because well yeah, like I have to do this again.
Yeah, man.
but,
I thought I was done.
Yeah, but because you done it good. It means you did it so great. You did it so great.
we need to get
Yeah,
your
no, I
manager
know
on the
they
phone.
loved it, and they loved it, and I
Do
hated
you
that they loved it.
do you have a manager?
You need a
Is the
manager.
manager?
We need to know. We need to
Mm,
call her manager to get her to
no.
perform.
Yeah,
Mm,
because like okay, like let's put it this way, like you hear like now, like when you say they say Europe, right? Like when it's in Europe,
yeah.
like the authenticity of an Malawian rapper, female, male, we from our country, Malawi, we don't have them as many, right?
Mm,
We do have,
yeah.
we do have a list that are doing it here, either in Europe, in Ireland, it'd be Finland, it'd be wherever in Europe. That now people are coming to realize to say, okay, we've got this person that can sing, this person that can rap. Let's
Mm.
put them there so people can come and watch them.
You
Don't
have
you
some.
think some?
You have
Huh?
somebody volunteering to be your manager here. You see,
Yeah,
RB,
Oh.
RB is ready to be your
RB,
manager.
she'll be your manager. Anyway, carry on, Obi.
uh,
Sorry.
see,
Yeah, don't you
the thing,
think? Don't you
I
think as an
prefer.
artist,
Sorry.
it? Don't you think as an artist, it's actually good because you are bringing that thing that is from where you're from Malawi, to showcase it outside of Malawi to say, all right, this is what I'm proud of and this is where I'm from. Like,
Oh.
that people doing music and they're mixing English and Chichewa and looks and look, I'll give you examples. There's those example. One example is just up there. He flew all the way to England and performed here in Ireland. And people loved it. He had to perform it twice, as he just said. He
But
did.
this is not the Ovi and One Tally interview.
I know, and I know it's not, but I know, but this is live in 4K now. But I'm saying it to her, for someone that you have the music, you have the talent. Is it not great? You think to showcase that when you're outside of, because in Malawi, you showcase that people can't appreciate it the same way because everyone is doing it. But you bring it somewhere else, people be like, "Oh, I didn't know there's something like this." Don't you think that's an opportunity or that's a great feeling that you get? No,
I think you're hurt, bro. It sounds like you're
Um.
hurt.
I am hurt,
Okay.
bruh. I am hurt.
The thing is, if I was to showcase my music, I'd like it to be sort of like an intimate listening session or something like that,
Uh-huh.
where I have a number of people, maybe, I don't know, 15, 20 people that have gathered and stuff. And then, yeah, I can perform the songs for them there. And I don't know, talk about the
Uh,
songs, talk about the lyrics,
mm,
break it down for them, and I can take some questions and stuff like that. But I
okay.
just feel like now just going out to the show and just performing the songs and coming back, it takes the essence out of what I wrote.
Yeah, but you're forgetting at the point. Yeah, yeah, you've brought that. This is the beauty. So people listen, the easiest way of people appreciating the good thing that you're doing in this day and age, in this modern world, is through money. Right? No,
Okay.
Cap,
sometimes
cap,
not
no,
always. But no,
no,
not always. No,
no,
okay,
boss, boss.
let me
Sit
rephrase
down,
it.
sit
Let me
down,
rephrase
sit
it.
down. No, no,
Okay,
no. What
let me
is
just
it?
rephrase it. Let me rephrase it, yeah.
Mhm.
People will appreciate, and like I've seen people that will perform so great for nothing, and people walk out to them and say, just you've done this for so nice. I just want to appreciate you in this kind of way. Before they've
Where?
told you the words. You
Where?
know what I mean?
Where? I perform,
I've seen
I
it a lot of
perform,
times.
I perform twice for free. What you get? You just got me a drink, fam. So let's not even get there. So,
Yeah, that's money. I pay money for that.
all right, right. I pay for my own flight. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. Anyway, AC, listen.
Mhm. Oh,
What I want, yes, go
this
on.
I just remember that this started when you were saying I should compare
Yes,
from
yes.
the most I would say I've done here in England. I did we did sort of showcase like an acoustic set
Hmm.
for
Mhm.
it was, I think it was like sort of member of parliament and some artist, I think it was an artist from Scotland. He came to Nottingham, and yeah, that was like on ITV and East Midlands News, BBC, and stuff like that was that. So it was basically all just showcasing our studio, and so I was asked to perform as one of the minorities, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Big box.
Beep, beep. You take the box. You.
So yeah, that I got to do that, and that was okay because we of course we had practiced for a few times, and yeah, that was okay for me. In Malawi, um, in Malawi, I've been to the shows, and trust me, gospel shows and secular shows are so different.
Yeah.
It's mad. And the I won't lie, that the gospel side of the music industry in Malawi has got it on lock. Like they've got the industry on lock. Like you can't just easily just, yes, you have the people that can try to penetrate, but then once you're a gospel artist or you're linked to gospel, you're good.
How so?
But you, why do you think? Why? What to you?
Because that's quite an interesting thing to say, because now there are two industries that are doing very well. But if you're saying the
Me, I know.
industry
I kind of know why.
has a formula, how so?
I kind of
Okay.
know why.
The thing is, the gospel. I don't know if you've noticed that most of the artists in Malawi, the big ones, are somehow associated to gospel. I'm talking. I'm even say like examples like the Ethel Gamwendo Bandas and stuff like
Yeah.
that. They have the whole performing live thing on lock because they're used to the church performances. They perform with the live band and everything, and then when it comes to shows, their shows are always going to be lit. I remember there was I think it was I don't know, there was a show. I think it was to do with Marseille's passing. So Mibawa held a oh no, was it Marseille? No, this was about the flood victims. Now they said we should do a fundraising where we have the all the artists get together, all the artists that are under the Malawi, was it Musicians Association of Malawi?
Association,
Yeah, Malawi Union, like union or something like that. The MUM. Yeah, so they said, oh, let's do a show together, both the gospel and the likes. Let's do this. And yeah, everyone was like, okay, I'll donate this, I'll do this, I'll bring this. This band, my band will play for you guys. You know, they sort of like gathered it all together, and it was being recorded at the Mibawa Studios in Blantyre. And some artists from Lilongwe came through to Blantyre, and some of them that are already there. When I say the gospel side was prepared, this thing was done in within like 24 hours, but the gospel side was prepared because now what they were doing, they said, oh, so first we're gonna perform with the band. After that, you can have the DJ. Now, the time that everything was being performed and like obviously people were up. It was around 7 p.m. People were online, they were watching their TVs and stuff. So they just had their band there. And they just kept bringing in one gospel artist after another, whereby you know how the gospel songs can easily just sort of blend into each other, and they were just like tag, you know, like in wrestling when you sort of just tag it in and next one comes in. That's literally what they were doing.
It was non-stop.
And you had the secular artists. You had the secular artists that were there. You had the secular artists that are there waiting for their turn with their like the MP3 things and like what like. They didn't look prepared at all. Now I wasn't part of I wasn't performing with them, but then I was just there just assisting because I was part of the WhatsApp group and just helping with logistics and stuff. But as I said, I didn't want to go on stage. I didn't want to have anything to do with that. It was almost embarrassing when now the secular music came in. When they had to go in with the DJ, and I think the DJ was a bit drunk as well, so it was a bit tricky, and it was a mess. But then, and at the time, people were now logging off. They were going offline because they had enough. They were entertained by the gospel artists from like 7 p.m. all the way up to like midnight, and the secular artists were just waiting, and those they know how to like, I mean.
To me, I think I think this way, right? I think this way, right? Because we're a God-fearing country, and anything that you come up with that is a name of God or Jesus, everyone is going to support it. That's my concept. I wanted to hear your concept, but that's I'm saying
that.
this.
But okay.
Yeah.
You noticed what is it? The Kosoma thing that recently Kosoma had given out some checks and stuff.
Checks,
you noticed the two most paid ones were Dramo and Ellie Njuchi. It wasn't the gospel artists. It was Ellie and Dramo. Now those two, the one thing common about those two is that they do music that relates to the typical Malawian housewife.
Malawian, yes.
are usually home with her radio on, and
Yeah.
because Kosoma gets the most royalties from radio and TV, so the people that are usually home watching that, it's not from the streams online like our generation usually do. It's mainly from that radio. So you have all this all these people in their homes that are listening to these people and requesting these songs, because these people are singing about heartbreaks, about how their husband has cheated on them, and all those kind of things. So they can relate and they can do that. Yes, they can also listen to so now the second caliber is now the gospel artists, now the main famous ones there. So those are the second sort of most paid, and the likes like that, and then the Zay's and everyone. But when it comes to the audience in Malawi, they pay attention to what they can relate to the most, I guess.
Okay.
And yeah, as you said, God-fearing, and a lot of people do go to church and they do have that accessibility,
that connection.
That music. And gospel artists, when they sing their songs, they're taking I won't lie, that they say it's easy to write gospel, right? It's like a love song and just remove the you and put God. Like if you were to sing any love song and just replace the words, so now they it's easy for them because they sort of have a script. They have the Bible that they can take out any
a lot of verses and stories
to mix it up and stuff. It's different when you have to just come up with something like
and you could just repeat it over and over again.
Yes.
And
that's that. So
okay, interesting. There's a few questions, to be fair.
And there's one that you held for a minute, so make sure you keep that one anyway.
Yeah, thanks. Be said. Can we get an album preview as well, please? So,
an album preview, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't even know which one to play. You guys, like which one?
Yeah, put on the spot there. You gotta do it.
No, but
you gotta do it, boo.
But you know what? There's a few songs that are already out. Yeah, that are already out. That are on the what do you call it? On the streaming sites that you can easily access. Yeah.
Yeah, so her links are in the video. So her link is in the video. Sorry, and you can go and listen to this music in the description, guys. After this, I think Molly asked a question as well. She said, "Look, how much money would it take for you to perform?"
Everybody's got a price, as they say. Everybody's got a price.
Wow, Molly.
Yeah, Molly's coming for you, man.
Everybody's got a price.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Oh, we'll give you 1,000 euros right now, cash. You perform tomorrow.
Guys, okay, I need you to understand that where it's coming from, because music, for me to actually do this whole writing thing, it's more of therapy for me. So now going out there to now perform to people, it's very triggering. I'd have to be it would take a lot of preparation for me to do that, like, going to visit the place a few times and get familiar with a lot of things, get familiar with whoever I'll be working with and stuff, because I don't know, I'm not,
okay,
but then I mean, of course I eventually will, when I'm ready.
Okay.
Well, people can be waiting for long.
Follow-up question on the whole fans thing. Even though you're saying you don't really perform much, you seem to have a good connection with your fans. So how do you maintain that connection? Because a lot of artists can't wait to get on stage because they know that's the best time they can connect with their fans, right?
Yeah.
How do you maintain that connection?
X.
How do I connect with the fans? One thing that my true fans will always listen to what I'm saying on my songs. I make sure that whatever I'm uploading on the streaming sites, I have the lyrics there. I have it synced for them to sing along and whatnot, and makes it easier to relate to, and also for them to remember what I said. I like to do my art as a fan as well. I try to put myself out, like, okay, if I was a fan, what would I want to hear from AyCee? So even things like social media, I do post. I'm there on Twitter. I'm there. I try to be on Facebook. I really do try. I'm just getting the hang of Instagram as well. But yeah, I've been on Twitter a lot, and people do have like they followed me on Twitter for a while. I've been
Each man. I remember
because
like
I've been there for years.
raw. I remember
Wait,
when I signed up on Twitter, you were the first person that followed me. I was like,
I
like,
I just I
welcome.
hate I personally hate Twitter.
I was like, yo, man, you'd be, and we're talking what, 2009 or something like that. This was a long time ago. So
Probably, yeah.
yeah. I learned how to use Twitter, how to navigate Twitter through
So,
you. Just
so I
watching.
think as an
That's great.
introvert, I have sort of mastered my presence online. So I don't have to be out there meeting people in person. So yeah.
Yeah, but that's
So
how
I
you're
like,
gonna relate to more people.
Well, she's answered the question though, how she connects with
I
her,
know, yeah.
you
I
know.
know, yeah. I know, yeah. I'm just
I mean, of course, I know
saying.
that there are a lot of people that are mad about the whole name change. Like, oh, we thought AyCee James, who's AyCee X now? Like, you're confusing us. And yeah, I get that a lot. And then people are like, oh, if you didn't change your name, you'd have so many followers on Facebook and stuff. And I'm like, wow, if you were following me already, you would have known I'm actually AyCee X from the beginning.
Yeah. So I
But
mean, the important one is AyCee, really, but
yeah, the
that's
AyCee that's the part.
I hear that, man. I hear that. There was a question from True City Fan actually. He asked something about, so what would you advise an upcoming female young star getting into music? I think that was a very good question because we get a lot of different answers, so we want to hear from you. What would you advise
Stick
them?
to your art. Stick to your art. One thing that I know that I've done, like even being in Malawi, people always talk about getting advances from like male artists or producers and stuff. I am one person that will definitely block, ghost, ignore, forget you exist if you try any funny advances with me. Like I would never step in your studio ever again. I'm that person. Like I'm just like, no, thank you. I'd rather record at home. And this is why I have my mic, I have my mixer, I have my I can record at home if I really need to actually now put things to set that I want to record, as in put it up in an album format kind of thing. Then I'll go to a studio that I know I trust this person. But listen, there's just there are too many vultures out there in the industry, both male and female, because you got females that are trying to put you down, people that are going to be jealous of your talent, people that won't understand your talent. I mean, when I was starting, everyone was gospel, and like there were no urban artists. I remember being, even when I was nominated the first time, best female artist, there was a gospel section where there was the gospel female artist, but then there was also the best female artist. But in that category, it was all gospel artists. So it was like me, Princess Titsolo, FL, Martha, or something. And I was just like, okay, so now I'm up against all these gospel artists, and no one actually gets it yet. So at the time, like, it was either that I give up and say, oh, because no one gets it, so I can't really continue. I have to also switch to gospel. I was like, nah, just stick to so I stuck to my art. I won't lie, my music is far from gospel. It's far from it. Like,
have you tried gospel though? Just out of curiosity, did you try it before anyway though? Yeah.
Yeah, I can write if I want to. I've never released it. I've written.
As you said, it's easy. Just take off the love and put God or Jesus.
Yeah. So like, with my mind, there was one time I was writing this. I was like, oh, you took me out of the darkness and into the light. I cannot imagine what life will be like without you, Lord. You, Father. And I thought, okay, every morning I wait. I think this was something like, I wake up and I see your glory, and I was just like, yo, I can't talk about glory in the morning because now it sounds wrong. And then I was like, you know what, let me just continue with my stuff. I can't do this gospel right now. Let me just put it to the side.
Wait, go back. No, go back. You think I didn't hear that? You think I
Hold on, guys. Guys.
Did you hear what she said? Did you hear what
No, listen. My brain was still processing her voice right there, guys. This is no studio work or anything like that, but maybe it's my headphone that is sounding very great, I've got. That's what my brain was still processing that, the voice. All right.
Your brain is still processing what you ate this morning, bro. What are you talking about? Let's
bro. Okay, what did she say? What did she say? Before I ask her, the next thing, yeah, what did she say? Because listen, guys, we got AyCee X right there, guys. Show some love, throw some likes out there, guys. As we say, um, right on the comment section, there's gonna be all our links of the music. Listen to music, share it, listen. If you love something, share it to your brother, your sister, your friend. Let somebody listen to their stuff because this is a brilliant Malawian female artist. And guys, of course, I will always say like and subscribe to the channel as well. Share. Somebody needs to see this interview and as well say, oh, just I didn't like. No, there's someone out there that didn't know she can do great music. She's got a brilliant voice. She didn't know she can rap and sing and write at the same time. And they need someone who's going to approach and say, God damn, I just listened to your stuff. As she said, she was sending a lot of things to MI for a long time until the brother sent it to him and said, oh, she realized the guy wasn't listening to it. You know what I mean? So show some love, guys. Show some love.
Yeah. I need you to go back to what you were saying. Because I'm not gonna let that go.
He ain't gonna let that slide. He's not gonna let that slide.
You know, did you hear what she said though? She said she wrote a gospel song, and at a certain point, she said something about glory in the morning. I thought, yeah, I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm sorry, God, but my brain's too messed up to continue this song. Did you hear what she said?
Yeah. I know, I get it right now. She's like, nah, this doesn't sound right.
Oh man.
God damn it.
So, Abi said her voice is divine. You lot tricked me with these declarations that she's a rapper. That's a sing voice. Yeah, I said she's versatile. That's what I said. Raw man. Yeah, you guys you missed out. I'm not missing anything. Trust.
No, like that. Now when you repeat it, I'm like, God, yeah, like I bet you're right in that stuff, and you're like, okay, did I just okay? Nah, I ain't doing this shit no more.
Decisively, just keep it to the side.
Okay. So let me proceed. Now we're gonna go with Molly's question. So Molly asked, yeah, top 5 female rappers in Malawi. She put you in the spot. We want to hear that. I think might as well put it all around. For people that know female rappers in Malawi, give us your top 5. Ovi will hear yours.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, am I starting with this top 5? Like,
yeah. You're opening the flow.
Okay. Number 1, Rena.
Rena on them.
Rena on them.
She's probably watching as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, Rena? Come on, man. A1.
Yeah, no, Reno isn't fire, you know. Right?
Let's go. Yeah. Okay.
Number 2. I miss Complex. Complex, yeah. She was the one that was on the.
God damn it, Complex is
Yeah.
There's not many female Malawian rappers, but yeah.
No, there's no. There is maybe loads, but they don't know how to spit the rap. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, so like favorites, like there's a difference between just saying name the female rappers in Malawi and name your favorites. I think number 3 is me, man. I'm sorry. Like after that, I don't know who else.
Exactly, because that's what I would say. That's what I would say as well. Yeah.
AyCee, why? Why would you do that? I'm about to name them.
Rappers. For me, right?
Okay. Now there's 2 that are like gospel, of course. But then because the others, I mean, they try. I wouldn't lie. They try. They're just not my favorite. Like shout out to them. Like do better. Like come at me. Because come on, I've been in this game for 10 years. Like you mean you can't come up with something that can compete me? Like I remember when I was doing the freestyle, I was like, okay, I'm doing this, but who else? Who would dare to just come at me and say, oh?
Do you know? I was so glad I was so glad you did that freestyle because I don't think a lot of people knew what you were capable of until you did that freestyle. Do you know what I mean? And when you did that freestyle, you started getting the recognition you should have been getting. Like even this guy, he sent me the video. Have you seen this girl? I was like, I've known this person for years. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, and I didn't believe him with the guy. He's talking shit again. He's about to talk shit again. He is telling me shit. No, I said, listen. So for me, like me, I wouldn't have a top 5. I only have three rappers that I like. I have you in that list because I listened to your shit and this was banging. This was top notch. I give you that. But of course, I always have Marina number 1. I only knew my favorite would have been 2, Marina and Complex, right? But I hate you see that I put you on number 2, number 3 Complex, and straight up, you know what I mean? And that's what's up. Because I mean that freestyle was like, guys, if you haven't heard that freestyle, I will personally type it in the comment section and I want you to listen to it. Like, it's just, this guy said that this girl said, like, the lines were as smooth as she likes making green, like poison ivy. You know what I mean? Like, who comes up with that shit? You know what I mean? Who comes up with that shit? You know what I mean? This is some wheezy stuff. This is, you know what I mean? And I'm like that. When I listen, like everyone, when I listen to music and people that are rapping, I like to hear that. When I come to Malawi, I'm not a person that I don't like the complicated stuff. I just want somebody to spit some bars that are on fire and I can get them easy. So you hit my 2. So 3, it'll be Rina, you, then Complex. Look, a Complex because I used to listen to a lot of stuff of us, but now it's rarely that you see anything. So it definitely be, when it comes to rap, that's I don't know if there's any number 4, number 5. I know one time you know more because you're in that business of music.
Luseko Simuela probably mentioned artists that they're not many female rappers. Yeah, so he said in no particular order: Rina, AyCee X, Luki, Complex, Judah Gaga. I think Luki's quite good.
Luki's good. I put it on the gospel side.
Gospel side, okay.
Yeah, I feel like when you're not gospel, you still have a limit on that. Because I know I can't do gospel. I'm gonna probably be banned or like something.
For me, no disrespect, right? Judah Gaga, I wouldn't put it right there because I know Judah. I know his late cousin, which is Revolver, right? Because we're not going to college. He's known him personally, so we drink together and hang around together.
I know you ain't about to say what you're about to say, but go on. Sorry.
No, I'm about to say that because I know, like I know, yeah, it happens everywhere. That's a rapper. That's how it works. Because I know most of the stuff was jolted to her, right? And sometimes when they're coming out, I never seen them authentic because they're written by someone.
Get to the point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because I knew they were written by someone and I didn't see them authenticity in them.
Okay.
And I'm sorry to say that.
Sorry, boss, but there are a lot of artists that haven't written their stuff. A lot.
I know, but still, they're able to deliver it. They're able to deliver it.
Relax. Don't buy into this stigma of rappers saying that you've got a ghostwriter and this and that. When it comes to let me finish. When it comes to making a hit, this guy, man. When it comes to making a hit, a lot of these industry rappers will have people in that room helping them make this hit. And you have to put people in your credits for legal reasons. You have to do it. It doesn't mean that rapper doesn't have talent. Yeah, they got help. It doesn't mean that this guy says, stop the slander. How many female rappers in Malawi have been part of as many hits as Judah Gaga? I think of his point, to a certain point, it is valid, but then if you're looking at it as as an artist, but you're not an artist. Have you written a song before? You know what I mean?
I can write bars, man. I put the streets.
Okay, that's a very interesting question about how many female rappers in Malawi have been part of as many hits as Judah Gaga. Does she have
her own songs?
Exactly. Think about it that way.
She was part of Trap
No,
Squad,
it's good. Yeah, it's good to have like a verse on like dope songs.
It's easy to write a verse, but it's hard to write a song.
Exactly, to have your own full product. You know what I mean? It's
But we're not saying it's not slander. It's not slander. It's just I was just curious. I haven't heard the song. Maybe it's there or not. But
No, but that's the
No,
reality
she's
of it.
good. Like, you know, Judah Gaga. Like, I remember, I liked the way she was. I liked the way she was mixing Chichewa and
Yeah,
English. And when I first went to Malawi, I wasn't able to mix the two because I was still learning some other words that, like, I needed to learn more of Chichewa so I can do the puns.
yeah.
That's why it was easier for me to do that last year because now I had gotten the grasp of the Chichewa language, so I was able to put in things like the whole like the water Yamilandu and then him being the chair and stuff like that. Like Alisadi Bambando, you know, like yeah. So it was easier for me to play around with the words because I got to know Chichewa. But yeah, Jiragaga is dope. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I think there's not a lot of artists to name. I think giving that question, Molly, was unfair because there's not a lot of female rappers. Do you know what I mean? I could even, to be honest, personally, I've heard. Does everybody know that Zani can rap? Did you guys know that? You know, because she started off as a rapper.
Nah, no,
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know that.
She started off as
I
But
a
don't
rapper.
know.
she looks like she
Oh,
would be
really?
a dope rapper, as in like the image wise.
The
She's
image,
got
yeah.
that.
No, she's got an image of it, but listen, you can have an image, but you can't rap. Like you just can't rap, man.
She's actually
I
pretty.
can have
She's
I
actually
can have a rap image if I want to. Like I am gonna put on some rap image that you will look. I'm gangster, but if I can't rap, I can't rap.
So yeah, I think it was unfair to do a top 5 for female rappers. They're not many, and I think we just need to give it time. So Molly, I hope AC gave you a good list, but I think props to all those rappers that were mentioned before. I would have mentioned the same, you know. So AC Rena, I think AC Rena Luki Complex at the top, you know, in terms of talent and craft. But again, the question was top 5 female rappers. It wasn't top 5 female talents or whatever female rappers, right? So the full
Yeah.
package, you know, like that person when they deliver a song or deliver a verse, how good are they? Right. So I think even Lusekelo's
Lusekelo.
list is, you know, it's valid, you know, for the person to go, yo, these are my top 5. You know, it's opinionated. So yeah, thank you for that one. So there was a question from RB who said, if you could collaborate with anyone, like a dream collab, who would it be? Yeah, and she said, yeah, just think big. And why?
Oh, wow. Oh.
Gift Fumran. Money missing.
Geez, I can't say someone like Nicki Minaj. I say she'll chow me on my own song. Like
Yeah, but
I'll just
listen,
be left with the fact that I did a song with Nicki Minaj. That's
yeah,
it.
but
But
we're thinking
I
we're
don't know
thinking
if I would
outside the
stand
box.
my ground. But okay, when it comes to my writing, I read, as I said, there's this Chocolate City guy, Young John, that I do really feel like if I was to work with him, would make something really good because I like his melodies. He's also a producer, and there's a way of how he handles some words into the melodies that I really enjoy doing. Like, 'cause I also like to write like that. I remember listening to him and I was thinking, who is this person? And then I later on found out, oh, he's part of Chocolate City, and I was like, oh, I think I knew people at Chocolate City. Okay. And yeah, so well,
Okay.
maybe, but then the others, it's like I don't know. Though I feel like that's the one person I can actually relate to when I'm writing, like to sit down and write with. The others are, yeah, they're big names, of course, but I don't know if me and them could actually sit and work together properly.
I hear
Yeah.
that. I hear that. Okay. Last question. Right. We know that you're releasing an album, but what's the future got in store for AC? So what's coming after this album? Can we expect anything else to come? What are you looking at? You know, what else can we expect from you?
Performances.
Um, you know, if there's a dream that I've had as me as a writer, it's been to write like stuff for movies. So what I mean is not just a song that is like, I don't know, added to like a track list for the movie. No, not like that. But more like you know how animations and they have the transition of like from the script and goes into a song, so it sort of carries the same story into like the next scene or whatever. Or like how can I explain it? Like like how Disney does it. Now I have a son. He's like 7 and he's 8. He loves music, and I really want to do something like that in the future so that I can also sort of relate to him and I can have that bond with him as well, where it's like, oh, mommy does animations, because he knows I'm an artist. But I just feel like if I could do something more that can relate to him, as well. But there's no animations in Malawi that have those kind of songs, and I'd like to do that.
Oh, I'm gonna caveat here. I just dropped a video.
He dropped one.
An animated video called Work, and I worked with a guy called No Gravity Animations. We'll talk after this.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's a very talented person, and I can link you with that person and make that dream a reality.
Wait. Do you say No Gravity?
No Gravity Animations Malawi, yes.
I think I know that person.
Yes.
Yeah.
AKA Patso Saiwa. Kezia's husband, basically. Big up Kezia as well. Kezia comes through. She's a friend of the podcast.
Okay. No Gravity. Okay.
No Gravity, yeah. Talented dude. So, well, that's pretty much it. One more thing we've got to do, two things that we do on this podcast is Chichewa word of the week. So because you're the guest, I will let you come up with the Chichewa word of the week that relates to this show today. Because what we do, we play a game like towards the end of the month, and guys in the chat will sort of remember that and gain points. So it's a way to teach people our language and learn other people's languages as well.
Can it be a slang word or something?
It can be a slang, yeah.
Okay. Manyongo. I don't know. We talked about this. Manyongo.
Manyongo. And what does manyongo mean? Go on. Manyongo.
No, it's just just a little spice added, like a little flavor.
Just a little flavor. We'll go with flavor.
Yeah. Yes,
So
flavor.
Manyongo, when Salt Bay goes, we think manyongo, basically.
Manyongo.
Yeah, man. So Chichewa word of the week is manyongo, aka flavor, guys. You know what I mean? Let us know what it is in your language and in your country as well. Mr. Ovi Too Nice is back with us. So before we sign out, we also let the guests do the outro. So before you do the outro, I want to thank everybody who has stuck it out, watched the whole thing with us, asked the questions. Very, very good questions. I want to thank AyCee for coming on as well. Guys, if you're not subscribed, can you please subscribe? We're trying to grow the channel, man. So help us grow the channel, become part of the amazing community. We call them the embarrassment of pandies. But yeah, join the community, like the video. AyCee, take us out of here, man.
This is the part where my anxiety kicks in.
You want me to hype you up?
Yeah.
All right. Yo. What's going on? It's One Tally. It's Ovi Too Nice. It's the amazing
what it does
singer AyCee dropping Gemini on the 24th of February. 14th of February 2024. Man, confused. You know what I'm saying? AyCee,
man doesn't know when day it is.
AyCee, man, let's go. Come on.
Yo. This is funny. Anyway. Yo, yeah, this has been the 5 Rounds podcast. Shout out to Antali. Shout out to Obi Too Nice. Yeah, it's been great. So yeah, Valentine's Day.
That's it.
Let's see you then.
That's the day to get jiggy with it. Hello.
Links are in the description. Thank you, everybody, and have a good weekend. Peace.